Hello everybody and welcome to Voice of Fire Tarot. For this reading I'm going to be asking Spirit what first impression you make on people. And obviously this could be very different from what you're really like. So I'm really looking at the first impression you make or the energy that you radiate out to others and the kind of views and opinions they have in you regarding this. And then I'm going to be asking Spirit to compare really this with how you view yourself or what you think about yourself as well. Okay, so I think it's going to be quite an interesting reading actually. So if you pick the first group, you'll be selecting the Celestite crystal, quite a hefty chunk there. If you select group 2, it will be the Fluorite crystal. And for group 3, it will be this lovely smooth Ammonite crystal. Okay, so as usual, please take your time, use your intuition, pause the video if necessary to select which group or groups, there might be more than one, which one of them resonates with you. Please remember also that this is a general reading, so just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you do wish to have a more personal reading, you can do so by following the link below. Please also remember to like, share, subscribe if you like what you see in the video, as this helps the channel to grow as well. Okay, so thank you very much for watching and goodbye. Group 1, you selected the Celestite crystal, and this reading will be about the first impression that you make on other people. And what I'm picking up on instantly is, well, I'm getting the word sharp. And I'm getting a picture. It's almost like there's somebody in clouds, like a face in clouds, and it's blowing wind. And this wind, it's like almost like a wind of clarity. But I'm also getting a sense of quickness and intelligence from this group. Really somebody who's very, I think you come across, a lot of you in this group, as very quick, very sharp-witted, quick-minded. You get to solutions quickly, and you come across as really intelligent to people. But also there's a strong freshness, a clearing energy to you. I'm seeing a lot of white as well in this group, a lot of air. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you have a lot of air signs in your birth chart as well. Let's see what we have. So for group 1, what first impression do they make, please, on people? Okay, what have we got for group 1? Okay, so on the bottom of the deck, I think I'll show you, we have the 8 of Wands. These wands are traveling effortlessly through the air. They're using the wind as momentum, and they're traveling effortlessly. It's like you're able to get to the point really quickly. You're very intelligent, very sharp-witted, very forward-thinking, I'm getting as well. Really able to really get to the point. That's what I'm seeing. But there's a strong intelligence about you as well. So here we have the 6 of Cups, followed by the 5 of Wands, followed by the 6 of Wands as well. So let's just put this to the side just to make a bit more room. I think you have like an older brother or older sister energy about you. It's almost like I'm seeing the wise child. It's almost like you have like an old soul even, or you have wisdom beyond your years. This is what I'm seeing here. And it's almost like you're imparting wisdom as a gift to other people. This is the impression people are getting from you. It's like you have a lot of wisdom and you have a lot of knowledge. And it's almost like that younger sibling who goes to the older sibling, or an older friend, or someone who's just wise, who goes to them for advice really. They trust their advice. And also, yeah, we have the 5 of Wands here, which obviously is to do with confusion. And I just feel that people get the impression is that you're somebody who's able to clear confusion. When there's, we have 5, which is to do with challenge as well, that you were able to really your intelligence is so much that you're able to come up to the highest challenges, the most confusing puzzles, whether this be an actual puzzle or a problem in life, and you come up with a solution. It's like you're cutting through these nettles. You're cutting through these nettles of confusion. And yes, I feel that people kind of do look up to you. This is what I'm seeing here with the Six of Wands. They look up to you as somebody who's intelligent and who has knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom beyond their years. This is what I'm seeing here. So yes, very, very, I think a lot of you are very clear thinkers and you can cut through confusion, but there's intelligence to it. It's more to me. It's more than somebody, obviously there's nothing wrong with having loads of common sense. We need that, but there's also intelligence to it as well. Okay, let's see what we have. I'm going to get a bit more information about this Five of Wands, I think. These two are dropped out. So we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Four of Wands as well. So again, this Four of Wands, this is very, very balanced energy. There's a lot of firepower here, as obviously Wands is to do with the elements of fire. And where there's too much fire, obviously competition is really healthy competition, but it's almost like, because you have a calm wisdom about you, that calm, older, sensible, sort of the sensible person, but not just a sensible one, the one with all the wisdom, you're able to bring balance and order. So 4 is a number really of balance and of order as well. You bring structure to things. You harmonize as well. You are a big harmonizer and people see you as that as well. So there's probably, some of you might be Libra ascendants as well, or you might have some Libra, again, an air sign heavily in your chart. And here we have the Queen of Cups. So what this is telling me is that you think and you feel a lot. People see that about you. Your first impression that you make is that you're a deep, thoughtful person, and this is what's coming through. You have a lot of deep hidden emotions beneath the surface, and I think some people will see that. Not everybody will, but some people will get that, that sense from you as well. Now there's a lot beneath the surface, which the Queen of Cups is about. She's about looking into oneself, being reflective as well, and people see that about you as well. And it's almost like there's more to come through. There's that more potential. This, to me, this Six of Wands is almost like a knowledge. People look up to you because they know you have so much potential, and it's almost like they want to follow you as well. They're following your lead. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I am going to get, I'm going to use this astrological deck first. So Spirit, please can I have some information for people in group 1? What is the first impression that they make on people, please? And remember, this isn't necessarily what you were really like. It's people's first impression of you when they first meet you. Fifth house, creativity. Wow. Okay. So what I'm instantly drawn to this, yes, you probably are a very creative person. You can come up with ideas really, really quickly. But what I'm drawn to is this, there's like a blast of light, or like a sword of light is cutting through all this confusion. I'm seeing the confusion with the happy and the sad, or merely both sides of the equation. There's a balanced view here, but you're cutting through. You're able to get to the point, basically. Okay. And I think, there could be sadness or something else under the surface that people aren't sure about, but there's something more about you. But yeah, you have that way of cutting. It's like a knife cutting through it, and you can get to the point of things. It's like when you have, when you're doing group work, and you have them people, you have the ideas people, then you get the people who are able to put them ideas into action. They're able to make these ideas really, really clear. This is what I see here. You think through things. I think you think through things a lot. I think you rely on your intuition and your feelings as well. This is what people see, and they see you as a person who will get their idea, and you'll be able to really run with it and really make sense of it and make it clear and grounded, and make it really tangible for people. That's what I say. And you're very, very victorious in doing that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this other deck, this new Herbal deck that I recently bought. I'm test driving it really on this reading. So Spirit, please more information about people in group 1 and the first impression that they make on people. Okay, so here we have, there we go, Wisdom, Rhodiola, number 37, 3 and 7 is 10, and in numerology 10 is broken down to 1, and 1 is really the number that's associated with leadership. You're someone to be followed, but remember what I said, you have a lot of wisdom. People see you as somebody who has a lot of wisdom. And if you look here, in this image, we have a tree, but under the tree, we have the roots, and the roots often go really, really stretch far and wide, much more than we think. And what it's saying is that people are aware that there's a lot under the surface. There's a lot under the surface that is really waiting to flourish, really. There's a lot of wisdom here as well. Wow. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, this particular symbol here is the symbol of Mercury. So yes, I don't know if you can see it properly in the camera. I believe that's a symbol of Mercury. So we're talking about the mind. We're talking about somebody who comes across as very quick-witted, very clear thinking, and has got a lot of knowledge to impart and is able to communicate that knowledge really, really clearly. So a lot of you have probably got very, very strong throat chakras as well. Okay, beautiful. So now, the next part of the reading, I'm going to be asking, how does this first impression people have of people in group 1, how does this compare with how people in group 1 think of themselves, or how you think of yourself? Okay, that's interesting, and that flew out. I'm going to come back to that. So there's a Tower. Anything else, please, Spirit? Again, I'm seeing with that Tower, what I'm instantly seeing is that lightning strike, and this is almost like a lightning strike coming here with this creativity, is cutting through. I'm seeing a lot of clear thinking here. Okay, so we have the Moon, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, an interesting combination. We have 2 major arcanas. So remember, just to remind you, this part of the reading is what how you really are in terms of what you think about yourself, what you know about yourself. Okay, and I'm feeling that you are aware that you have a lot of hidden depths, and there's more that you wish to explore. And I do see you here with this 3 of Pentacles. It's like you're aware. There's a bit of unsurety here as well. There's a slight bit of unsurety. It's like sometimes you almost feel, am I that, as quick-witted and as intelligent as people think I am? And there might be a bit of self-doubt. I'm seeing this person having a bit of self-doubt with these other 2 people. This is metaphorical, really. But I also think that you have a lot of connection. You get a lot of information through your crown chakra. So in another way, this 3 of Pentacles to me is saying that you are getting a lot of wisdom directly from your spirit guides. And this is where this Moon is coming through. And obviously the crown chakra. And things are coming to you really, really quickly. Your mind is really quick. You get information really, really quick, which obviously lightning is very quick, and it's coming through the crown. As you can see, the crown has been blasted off. And sometimes I feel with this Tower, I think this, because you get an idea so quickly that you could be quite tiring for you, and it can really cause, sometimes it can cause you a lot of fears and a lot of, I would say, a lot of darkness and fears come because of this. Because ideas are hitting you so quickly, you might find it quite difficult, and sometimes you want to retreat into the darkness, away from people. just to really regenerate and refresh, because you're having so much wisdom. And yes, you are picking it up very intuitively. Remember, we have the Queen of Cups here. People do see you. You come across the people as someone who's very thoughtful. They have some amount of time by themselves. They're reflective to reflect. But you do bring balance and you do bring harmony. But I think and you bring obviously harmony. People see you as bringing harmony and everything to confusion and conflict. And you are victorious. People look up to that. But obviously, with knowledge comes responsibility. And sometimes I feel that this weighs a bit heavy on you, because you're getting so many hits, so many downloads. It feels quite heavy sometimes. And you just need this time away from people just to sort of, recoup. Or sorry, I meant to say regroup. I said recoup. Regroup, really. Get your energies together. Get yourself more balanced. But to people, you come across as very, very, very cut to the chase, but very intelligent with it and very quick-witted. But yes, this can cause you a bit of... I just feel you probably feel like you're regenerating a lot, and it feels quite draining. So I'm just going to get some clarity for these two major arcanas here. So, Spirit, please going to have some clarifiers for the Tower card and the Moon card for people in Group 1, please. In regards to how this compares with how they actually see themselves. Wow. Okay. And then we have the 10 of Cups. So here, the 4 of Cups here, this is almost, I see here, you have a lack of belief sometimes, that because there's so much coming, because it's so unbelievable, the amount of wisdom and knowledge that you are getting all the time, it's almost like you're here, and sometimes there's so much that there's certain things that come to you that you don't see, because this is when you're getting that lack of belief in yourself, that you are this person that people see. And what it's saying to you, what I'm getting from Spirit, is to just have confidence in yourself, that you are this quick-witted, intelligent person. You are getting a lot of wisdom that is coming directly from your spirit guides. This moon also, what I'm getting here, the moon can really be a lot to do with fears, but also with the moon, I get the word trust that's coming through. That's what's coming through, the word trust. And the moon here, in your context, is saying to trust in the unknown. And it's saying to trust that you are actually connecting to a really, really high frequency. So with the 10 of Cups in this, with a lot of the questions, with my particular tarot decks, this 10 of Cups comes to me as it's really the symbol of really, really high frequency energy. Things that are above the 3D. We're talking, 4, 7D, 12D, really, really high vibrational energy, and you are connected to it. There's a bit of insecurity about that, but this moon is saying just to trust. You are able to connect to that, and you are all the time, whether you like it or not, you are connecting to that. And it's to have confidence in yourself and to notice there are things coming to you, and to notice that and to appreciate that about yourself, and appreciate the fact that you are connecting to something really, really wonderful. Because this is really, as well as connecting to really high frequency energies, this is very, very positive. It's almost like you're connecting to your soul family. There could be, for some of you, a connection to a kind of like star being guides. Those of you who have incarnated in other lives as star seeds, you're possibly getting information from there. And that's why it seems a bit strange. But you are imparting it to people, and it's like a wisdom that's not from the earth. It's coming from a much higher plane, a much higher dimension, or a high dimension on earth, a dimension that we can't see on the earth plane, something that's not three-dimensional, something that is intangible and you can't see. But you're able to turn it from the darkness to something that makes complete sense to people. Remember, you're cutting through the confusion here. This is what people see you as, your first impression. And your first impression what they're telling you, that the first impression they have is very, very accurate. You don't need to worry. And actually, as well as being accurate, there's far more beneath the surface. There's far more beneath the darkness as well. Wow. So I'm going to get some more cards about these. I think I'm going to go back to this deck, I think the Herbal deck. So Spirit, more information for group 1 about how they see themselves, what they know about themselves in comparison to the first impression they make on others. Blessing. Okay, Sage Blessing. And if you look at this card, we have the moon. And I believe this might be the symbol of Jupiter beside the moon. And Jupiter is, as well as being very jovial and about good fortune, it's also about expansion, and it's about knowledge as well. You are connected to really, really high esoteric knowledge. It could be ancestral knowledge, it could be starseed knowledge, anything like that. But it's definitely something very, very much outside of the three-dimensional. And again, you can see all this knowledge, these beams of light coming from the moon to these two people here. And remember, I was seeing a lot of white in your energy, and these two people, it's like they've been bleached almost. It's like there's a light within them that's emanating. They're almost glowing like light bulbs around this fire. And yeah, it's almost, and they're trying to tell you to see it as a blessing. It's something that you need to see as a blessing. It's something wonderful. And also as well, if you notice these two figures, they're actually in the darkness, but it's also like the moon is illuminating them in the darkness. So you need to trust the moon, or the unknown, is illuminating you. And you are like a beacon to other people. You're illuminating for them to follow. Okay. And one last card, please. I think I'll go back to this Astrology deck, or the Black Moon Astrology. For people in group 1, how do they actually see themselves in comparison to how other people, or other people's first impression of them, please? Grand Cross Provoker. Okay, now this is very interesting. Now, what I'm seeing here, this is coming back really to your fears about all this knowledge that you're getting. And it's almost like you have somewhere, something has caused you a lack of belief in this. And these moments are feeling, it's almost like you're getting tower moments continuously, and it's ruining your confidence. But actually these tower moments are the times when you're really getting downloaded with loads of information. And what they're saying, it feels like a provoker. It's provoking you. It's difficult, challenging energy. But these times when you're feeling this difficult, challenging energy, this lack of confidence in yourself, this is the time you need to trust. And trust that you're getting this high vibrational knowledge. And again, we have the moon here, we have the unknown, we have the darkness. You are being connected very, very strongly. So yeah, something I just feel that something has caused, maybe it could be a past life or this life, something has decreased your confidence in yourself, that you are this person that other people see. And not just actually are this person, but you have much more to give than that as well. Yeah, again, this reason is saying to see it as a blessing. Yeah, and it is definitely a blessing what you have. Okay, so this is wonderful. Very, very interesting reading to start off group 1. Thank you for watching. If you like the reading, please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so thank you very much and goodbye. Hello group 2 and welcome to your reading. You chose this lovely piece of fluorite crystal, and this reading will be about what first impression you make on other people. Now instantly when holding this crystal and connecting to your energies group 2, my hands were getting really, really hot, but the crystal felt really, really cold. And the words too hot to handle were coming through. But the actual crystal itself was really, really cold. So I get the impression that I think you emit a lot of energy. a lot of energy, and people pick up on the energy. I feel that you have a strong presence. You radiate a lot of energy. Some people might even see you as a live wire. Someone's too hot to handle, but with the crystal being so cold, I just feel that you have a inner sense of calmness. Sometimes there might be a bit of detachment, but I'm seeing calmness as almost like a resolve and a fortitude and sort of an inner calmness and stillness. But the energy you give off is very, very powerful. You have a really, really big presence. And this is what I'm feeling here. So let's delve a little bit more with the tarot. Okay, so Spirit, for people in group 2, what first impression do they make on others, please? Now remember, this isn't people who really, really know you well or know you better than new people. This is about people you first meet and the impression you make on them. Okay, what have we got here? So we have Temperance. We also have the Two of Swords. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. And what I'm seeing, I'm drawn to the red colour of his wings. So with Temperance, he is to do with balance. He's I believe it's the Archangel Michael. Michael's to do with protection, but he also deals with I believe, with the elements of fire. He's a protector as well. He has a big, major presence. These wings are really, really expanding, really taking up space. And this Wheel of Fortune is almost like a glowing orange ember. And with the Wheel of Fortune, we're talking about really that energy of Jupiter. And Jupiter is about expansion, which I believe you do. I almost get, it's almost like a feeling now your energy is expanding outwards and outwards and outwards. It almost goes into other energetic realms. And people are picking up on this. But what I'm seeing here, remember I said the actual outside of the crystal on my hands were really, really warm. And the actual crystal, the fluorite itself, felt really cold. And I'm seeing here, I remember what I said about the cold. There's almost a detachment. I wouldn't say cold, it's more of a certainty and a stillness and a calmness, which is what I'm seeing here. You have your own inner space, and people are aware of that. There's something they don't know about you. I think you come across as really calm, but for even without you wanting to, your energy just radiates out, and it's really expansive, and it affects people in many ways. I think people also find it quite healing. I feel that they feel you quite comforted to be around. I feel you have a very, very strong presence, and people feel comforted by that. Remember the Temperance here, the Archangel Michael, he's to do with that. It's to do with protection, making people feel protected and looked after as well and watched out for. And yeah, your energy just rages out and out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a bit more clarity about these two cards. A bit more information, please, Spirit, about this first impression that people in group 2 make on others, please. So more information about the Temperance card and the Wheel of Fortune, please. And it's almost like you could be this person in a situation that, everything could be burning down around them, but they're in the middle and they're protected. I'm talking metaphorically, but there could be chaos going on around you, but you have that inner sense of calm, and you bring calm to situations as well. So we have here the Nine of Swords, and we have here the King of Pentacles. Now the King of Pentacles, he's expanding as well. In terms of he's actually connected so much to the earth. He's so bountiful. You can see the earth is nearly consuming him, but it's almost like he's part of the earth. He's expanding and expanding, like this Wheel of Fortune here. And I feel that what you're doing, you're bringing help to people, healing to people who have a lot of anxieties, because you bring that calmness, that sense of balance to them. This is your energy, and this is your first impression you make on people. When there's chaos, because you have such a powerful presence, even though you give up a lot of energy, at the same time, it's almost like people trust you. They trust your presence, and you're able to calm things down. People often who are very anxious and feel almost very flighty, going back and forth in their thoughts, when they come to you, they feel instantly calm, instantly protected, and yeah, just looked after. I just feel that from this, and from your energy as well. It's almost like you're a role model for other people in how to be powerful but calm at the same time. Okay, you're the sort of person who is noticed without wanting to be noticed. You haven't got a choice in the matter. You just project so much energy, but it's good energy. Okay, so I'm going to go to this new deck which I recently bought, and I'm going to ask, what first impression do people in group 2 give to people, please? Look at this inner peace. What did I say? You have an inner calmness and inner peace. Chamomile as well. These are all things that are very, very calming. Able to calm people. People feel relaxed with you in their presence. And your presence is so powerful that you can make even the most anxious person, even the person with all these thoughts that are too much to handle going on in their mind, that you're able to bring that healing sense, that peace to them. Beautiful energy. Wow. And that heat I was getting from the fluorite as well. It's almost like a sense of love as well. It's so hot that it really wants to radiate outwards, and it's going to other people as well. They're really sensing that. So let's see, I'm going to go to this Black Moon Astrology deck. So please, Spirit, more information on the first impression that people in group 2 make on other people, please. Wow, Pluto transformation. Now, with that transformation, obviously transformation can be difficult, but I believe in your case, what you're bringing is transformation for the better as well. It's like you're transmuting all these anxious thoughts that people have, people feeling nervous about situations. You come in and you instantly put them at ease with your role modeling, basically how to be calm in a crisis. This is what I'm seeing here. And what you project is something so powerful. Remember, Pluto is a very, very powerful planet, a lot of powerful energies. You could even be, somebody with Pluto in the first house, anything like that. Somebody that, projects a lot of energy. A lot of people with Pluto in the first house, people either like them or don't like them for no reason at all, just because of the energy they give out. And I believe in your case, most of the time, it's very, very powerful Plutonian transformational energy, but it's a comforting energy because it transmutes situations from something very, very high octane, quite nervous, quite heated, to something very, very calm because of what you give off. And this is what you're doing. You're very, very transformative, what you give out. Very, very peaceful. Lovely. Okay. So whether you like it or not, group 2, you radiate a lot of energy. A lot of people notice you. And yeah. But you bring a lot of peace to people. Okay, so what I'd like to know now, I would like to know, Spirit, how does this compare to what people in group 2 actually know about themselves or think about themselves, please? How does this first impression compare to that, please? Okay, what have we got here? we have the Page of Cups, followed by the Strength card, followed by the Five of Cups. Now, I'll get a bit more information about that, but with the Page of Cups and the Strength card, this comes across to me like you have this power, this strength. You are very much aware of it. But I feel that sometimes you just want to have a little bit of fun as well, and that's really important. Remember, you can make light of a situation. Things that seem really serious, really chaotic, you can bring light. You can bring light. You can make people see things in a much lighter way. You bring fun to a situation as well. And what this is doing, the strength you have, this role model of strength, you can bring peace to people. And you're aware of this as well. Let's see what this Five of Cups is saying. I'd like more information, please, Spirit, about the Five of Cups. What I almost feel is that this Five of Cups is almost representing the person, or the person who's anxious or depressed, and you're leaving them cups here for them to turn around and see them there, giving them another perspective on the situation. And I think that you are aware of that as well. Well, yes. We have the Six of Pentacles, and this is balance. You're able to you're giving to people in this situation, and you're aware of it. You know that you have something to give, something. You're bringing hope to people, and this is very, very tangible as well. You're bringing comfort, you're bringing peace as well. This is what I'm seeing here. You're filtering it down. Wow, lovely. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to go back to this deck, I think. So for people in group 2, how does this compare, or how does their impression of themselves compare to their first impression they make on other people, please? Wow, psychic healing. Okay. Interesting. Yes, a lot of people in this group are probably very psychic, very intuitive. We have we have an owl here, which is to do with intuition and knowledge. We have a mirror. We have the moon as well, as you can see here, and we have Neptune. So you are very, very connected to the other realms. You know this. You can see through the darkness and bring light to people as well. You're aware of that, and this is where you're getting your strength from. Also, the Page of Cups can often be a very, very psychic card as well. It's almost like a Neptunian energy. You're in tune. You are in tune with your own feelings, and you're in tune with the energy that you radiate and how you can help people. I feel that a lot of you in this group are aware that you have a very, very powerful imagination. As you see with this Page of Cups, this is a very imaginative card. He's able to see things from many different perspectives. In his world, the fish can come out of the cup. There are no limits. The limits are what you place on yourself. So I think you are very expansive. And remember here, this Wheel of Fortune, it's to do with Jupiter. It's to do with being expansive as well, being open to new ideas. And because you have this within yourself, you're so open to this, and you have this psychic connection, what this does, you're a very, very powerful transmitter of energy, and very, very positive energy as well, whether you wanted to or not. Because you're so psychic, because you're so intuitive and so in tune with yourself, this is what radiates to others. You have an inner peace and an inner strength, and this is what you're giving to other people as well. Wow. Okay, so. And also, I'm looking at the Pluto transformation, 11 as well, very, very spiritual, one of the master numbers in numerology. But Pluto transformation, very transformative. And again, we have transformative energy here, going from the Five of Cups to the Six of Pentacles. You're there, you're healing people. I almost see you here as healing, metaphorically healing other people with your presence, with your knowledge, with your abilities. Okay, one last card, please, for group 2. And how does their own knowledge of themselves compare with others' first impression of them? your destiny. Okay. It's almost, it just seems to me that you are very, very much aware of your own destiny, and it is part of your destiny to have this knowledge, to have this healing ability. You're meant to be a healer for other people. You're bringing that peace to them, and you are very, very much aware that is something. It's out of your control, but it's in your control in how you actually transmit it. It's a gift that you have, and it's part of your destiny to do this. It's very, very powerful. Again, when I talked about the heat that's coming from this fluorite, remember we have that cold, still center, that real space of centeredness and calmness, that inner calm strength. And again, that heat coming off, that heat coming into my hands, this is you projecting all this heat out, all this energy that you radiate. You have such a strong, strong presence. I want to get a bit more information, please, for group 2 about this destiny card. What more have you got to say, please, about people's own view of themselves in this group, in how it compares to what the first impression is that they make on people? More information, please. The meditation. There we go. And if you look at the words we have here, peace, relief, sanctuary. And again, she's holding that space, that inner space, that strength that you have. It is part of your destiny to impart this to other people, to provide this mental sanctuary for them. It's almost like you're some kind of spiritual teacher that is teaching people about this, and you're providing refuge for them. You're providing comfort for them. Wow. Beautiful, healing, comforting energy there, group 2. Thank you so much for watching. A very, very interesting reading. I hope you liked it. If you did, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And also, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose this piece of Ammonite, and this reading will be about what first impression you make on other people. Okay, now this isn't necessarily what you are like. It is more to do with your first impression that you make, how other people view you, basically. The kind of energy that you radiate off to people as well. And when connecting to your energy, group 3, I think I just sense a lot of fun, and a lot of you. It's kind of a daring, go-getting aura that comes off you. I feel that people view you as somebody who likes to push boundaries, maybe, or pushes limits to what, tries to. It's almost like a playful energy, in trying to get away with as much as possible in a nice, friendly, playful way. Okay, in a perfectly nice way. Yeah. But really, it's almost like a childlike, really childlike, playful, very open energy that I'm getting from you, group 3. Okay. So, what have we got for group 3? What first impression do they make on others, please? Okay, so we have the 9 of Cups, followed by the 2 of Cups, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune actually came out in I think it might have been group 2 as well, which is interesting. And it came out in this exact position. So I feel that your energy is, like group 2, I feel that it's very expansive and it radiates, very, very much from you. And it's almost like you carry that frequency of love. You're able to attract people to you. People like your energy. You have a warm energy about you. I think you're very, very warm and very, very friendly, very, very open. You have the 9 of Cups as well, which is very much to do, it's a very positive card, especially in this respect. obviously card meanings can change depending on the question, and where they appear in the reading. But in this part of the reading, what you give off is somebody almost who has everything going for them. They have all their wishes fulfilled. And it's almost like you're kind of a genie. You're able to fulfill other people's wishes because you're able to make them feel good. You're able to make people feel good about themselves because you're bringing joy, fun, expansion to them as well. It's like you have that lucky. It's not you get them people that they seem to have so much luck. They just emanate luck. Everything good happens to them. When people are around them, good things happen. And everything's happy. It's almost like people think you're one of these naturally lucky people. This is what I feel here. And you seem to get your wishes fulfilled, but you're really, really fun to be around. People like to be around you. And your energy is so powerful that it's almost electrifying. It really sort of, you pick other people up as well. When people are down, you pick up their energies as well. And this is the first impression you really give off, I think. And I feel almost that there's a good balance of the feminine and the masculine as well. You are in touch with your feminine side, but also that masculine side. You are able to get what you want, and you're not backwards and coming forward as well. You're able to project what you want, but you're also very receptive. You're very creative as well. This is what I feel that other people see about you. Okay, so I want to know a bit more about the Wheel of Fortune, please. But yeah, I'm feeling a very, very it's like them people who have that laugh that's really contagious. I feel that you fall into this group of people, this camp really. Wow, 8 of Wands. Yeah. What did I say? This energy, as I said about the masculine, you're able to project this energy out. Your energy is radiating in all directions as well. But it's a lucky energy. But it feels like a lucky energy. It's very, very positive, very, very vibrant. It's like people want to get on your train, basically, to go where you're going, because I know they're going to get to a really nice destination and they're going to have some fun along the way. This is what you give out. This is what the first impression you give to people. People want to be around you. This Wheel of Fortune as well, very much to do with the law of attraction. You're able to attract people to you. So yes, this could be lovers. In a platonic sense, but also any kind of relationship. This can be friendships, work partnerships as well. I feel that people gravitate towards your energy field because it's so powerful and so positive. They want to gravitate towards you and they want to be on this ride with you, where we're going with this 8 of Wands. Wonderful. Okay, very powerful start, group 3. So let's see, I'm going to go with this deck, the Oracle of the 7 Energies. So for group 3, what is the first impression that people have of them, please? Healing the heart. Wow. Yes, you have to make people feel good about themselves. You have a really, really happy energy. You make people feel good about themselves. It's like you're striking a chord within their heart. You're striking something within their heart that makes them feel like a child, makes them that inner child that they wanted to be, the happy child they wanted to be. You're giving that to them. They're getting that from you. And it's like you're connecting them to the inner child as well. It's like what they're saying is that people feel that they can be relaxed around you, that they can be happy, they can be playful, they can make a fool of themselves, and they can have fun because you have the energy. And this is very healing for them. So people with, clogs or blockages in the heart chakra really feel a benefit from being around your energy. It's a real pick-me-up tonic to be around you. And it makes them really, really positive as well. Or feel very positive. So let's get an astrological perspective. So from the Black Moon Astrology deck, the first impression, please, that people in group 3 give to people that they meet. Remember as well, I think you have really, really big hearts, group 3. This is Ammonite, so very much to do with the heart chakra as well, this particular crystal. So very apt for you. Wow, sun spirits, yes. You have that mixture, that wonderful sense of, the divine feminine, but also the divine masculine. You have that powerful, but this is almost like a sun. It radiates light, it radiates heat, it radiates warmth wherever it goes. And this is what you do. You're like a sun, a ray of happiness into people's lives, basically. People notice you, they feel good around your energy. It picks them up, like when the sun comes out. When it's been a cloudy day and the sun comes out and things come alive in nature, everyone's happier and more positive when the sun is out. And this is the energy that you radiate to people when you first meet them. Okay, so for the next part of the reading, I'd like to know, please, Spirit, can you tell me, how does this first impression compare with how people in group 3 actually see themselves and what they know about themselves, please? Okay. So we have the, wow, this is interesting. So we have the 9 of Swords, followed by the 3 of Wands, followed by the 8 of Swords. Now, this is very different. It's very different to the other 2 groups, actually. Now, I feel from this that you are aware that you project this happy energy, but this is telling me that often you get a lot of anxiety and possibly depression as well, mentally, which you very, very keep under wraps. You keep it to yourself, okay? But you're projecting a very, very different image out to the world. I feel you are somebody who's very strong, very powerful, someone able to stand on their own 2 feet. You have that leadership quality to you. Remember the sun spirit, number one is a leader in numerology. We have number 3, so very creative energy, but 3 of Wands, you are expansive. You know that you're expansive. You're able to see many, many possibilities, but there are certain things to do with anxiety, depression, that you're very much aware of and that you keep to yourself. It reminds me of when a lot of comedians, people who are really, really funny on stage, a lot of them do battle with depression and anxiety in their personal lives. And I get the energy to some extent from a lot of you in group 3. Okay, I want to delve a bit more into these 2 cards, please, Spirit. So a bit more information, please, about the 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, please. So we have the 8 of Cups, followed by the Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm seeing here is, I'm always getting advice on how to deal with these 2 cards here. Now this 8 of Cups is telling me that they're wanting you to find your own way to actually traverse this anxiety in a really, really calm way, or this depression. This 8 of Cups very much refers to somebody who's going on a spiritual quest. They're learning about themselves, and this is what I'm seeing here. And also, this 8 of Swords is a very, very different energy to the Queen of Pentacles. So with the 8 of Swords, she feels very trapped. She feels very enclosed mentally. But it doesn't need to be like this. These binds that she's in are very loose. She can easily come out of them. It's almost like she's in a prison of the mind, but she has the ability to come out of it, which is what the Queen of Pentacles is. She's very independent, she's strong, and she's at peace with herself. And this is what this is saying, to be at peace with yourself. Also, the advice I'm getting is that Spirit is saying that you need to take time for yourself, and nature might be a good thing for you. To be out in the elements, to really get to know yourself, to learn about yourself. And what this will help you to do, this will help you to feel the wonderful things that you're giving to people, that happiness and that healing. This will happen for you, but you need to give that time to yourself. You need to respect that time for yourself. Give yourself that inner space, that time for reflection, and this will free you from these fears, anxieties, then depressive thoughts that you seem to be having about yourself. But it's almost like you're able to, like, people don't know. People have no idea that you're feeling like this. So yeah, you need to give yourself that time. I'm going to get a bit more information about this. Let's see. I'm going to go to this deck. So the Numerology deck. Information for people in group 3 about this, please. Okay. Spirituality, yes. Okay. So yes, I think this, as I said before, this is a spiritual, it's like a spiritual quest you're going on. It almost feels like a lot of you in this group, you've experienced all this happiness. You're able to put this happiness out to other people and make them feel good. But to make yourself feel good and to match that, what they're asking you to do is to really focus on your spirituality. I feel a lot of you are probably going through some kind of spiritual awakening, maybe a dark night of the soul, and this is where you're at the moment. And yes, it does feel very, very difficult, very heavy, very dense. But this is the time you need to give to yourself. You need to give that time to yourself and respect your own time and your own space and explore yourself. This 3 of Wands, this is all about exploration, self-exploration, really looking outwards at all the different possibilities that are open to you. I do believe that you are in some sort of quest at the moment, and you're finding it difficult and you're feeling quite alone doing that. But the way forward is really concentrating on that spiritual awakening and giving yourself that time and that space. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to go to this new Herbal deck that I recently bought. So more information please for Group 3. Specifically, what advice can you give them to help them with this? So what they're projecting out, that positivity they're projecting out to other people, how can they manifest this for themselves, please? St. John's wort, radiance. And as you know, St. John's wort helps as a natural remedy that helps with depression as well, helps with them times when they're feeling down. It's also about calming anxiety as well. And also I'm seeing nature here. It's about being free, running around. I know it's metaphorical, but she's running around with the animals. She's having fun. I think about having fun for yourself and really getting tuned in to nature, noticing them small things. But they're not actually that small. This is where synchronicities and things will come through to you, and you'll feel much more enlightened. And what will happen is that radiance that you're giving to other people, you will start to feel it yourself and your own inner world. Because if you look at this actual spread of cards, you can see this difficult thoughts here. What's happening in the middle is you're opening out, you're expanding. Remember, we have spirituality, the number 77 as well, very powerful spiritual number. You're expanding outwards here. You're learning more about yourself because you're noticing all these little things, or seemingly little things, all the things around you. You're in tune with the animals, you're in tune with nature, your eyes are being opened. You see many different possibilities here, and this is what is going to help you with this. Because it's not fair that other people are getting this wonderful radiance, positive radiance that you are giving out. And what Spirit is saying, it is time for you to experience that for yourself as well. It is your time. But it just feels difficult at the moment as you are going through a period of spiritual awakening. and it's a phase. What Spirit is saying is it is a phase. It's almost like one of these pit stops that you go on. This Eight of Cups is about a long journey. It's almost like one of them difficult pit stops, but after that, it gets better. There's something better, something more expansive, something more wonderful around the corner for you. Okay? Because I just see total freedom in this card, the Three of Wands, and in this card, if you look at the imagery here. It's lovely. Okay. So thank you, Group 3. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, I hope that was a helpful reading. If you like the reading, please like, share, subscribe, all the usual things. And please feel free also to leave a comment as well if you wish to do so. Okay, so thank you very much, Group 3, for watching, and goodbye.